Minister Modi of India to address a joint meeting of Congress when he visits Washington this summer. India is the most populous democracy, and soon it's going to be the most populous country. The friendship between our nations is a pillar of stability in a very, very important region. This address presents a special opportunity for us to deepen our ties with our ally, India. It is a chance to hear from the Prime Minister on how we can work together to promote our shared values and to increase prosperity. I want to thank Chairman Royce and Congressman Holding for their leadership and for their commitment to this relationship with India. This will be the first joint meeting of this speakership. We certainly look forward to welcoming Prime Minister Modi in the United States Capitol this summer. I believe it's June 8th. Second, today the economy clocked in the first quarter at 0.5%. That's next to nothing. This is a sign that this is not a healthy economy. This economy is far from its potential. This is why we are passing bills just this week to help boost manufacturing and to help increase startups. But there are only so many things we can do in a divided government. So as part of our policy agenda, we are going to show the country how we can get our economy back on track. We do not have to settle for 0.5% economic growth. We know we can do much better than this, but for our government. And so we need to have an agenda that we take to the country and say, here's how you get real growth in this economy. Here's how you get real economic growth. Tax reform, open up our energy development, regulatory relief to keep the economy open, to give startups life and breath. America can do better. Americans can do better. We look forward to presenting this country with a very, very clear and compelling choice. And I got to say, of all the things that help fix so many of our problems, it is getting real economic growth, job creation, wage growth. And that is something we have to do. Our policies that are being pursued right now are holding us back. This is the 8th year of this presidency and these policies, and they're not working, and we will offer the country a choice. With that, answer your questions. A little louder, please. This is my third president I've served with. I'd say this is the most ideological president I've ever served with. He's very dogmatic in pursuit of his ideology, and therefore, I don't see a bridging of the gap because of the nature of this presidency. I guess that's point number one. Point number two, in spite of that, we're still getting things done. I mean, look, we got the biggest highway bill in a decade. We rewrote our customs laws. We had the most comprehensive rewrite of our K-12 education laws in 25 years. Energy legislation is moving through the system. We've got a tax deal that gives certainty to businesses. So opioids is making its way through. We had a lot of bills moving through committee this week. So I think there's still a lot of things that are getting done. But honestly, the big basics, the big issues, that's what this divided government will not produce because, look, I ran against a guy in the last election, so I don't agree with him on big issues. We, as the alternative party, are going to step up and be an alternative party, be a proposition party, and show the country what a real growth agenda looks like. Because the policies that have been pursued by this administration, specifically these regulatory policies, fiduciary rule, overtime rule, joint employer, that's just from one agency. These are putting a chilling effect on growth. These are compromising businesses. And so we have to break this logjam with a cleansing, clearing election that will give us the ability to actually pass the big things that need to get done to fix this and get us back on the path of growth. Chad, don't yell it out. I'll just call. Yeah.
Yesterday, I spoke with both Rob Bishop and Raul Hall about the Puerto Rico bill, and it's obvious we're not going to get this getting done before the May 1st deadline where the payments are due for Puerto Rico. Both of them intimated that actually hitting that deadline and maybe, you said you want to stay away from chaos, but maybe causing a little bit of panic, not their words, might actually force Congress to get real about this.
Oh, I don't look at it.
Do you think that actually helps?
No, I don't think of it like that way. We had a long meeting about this yesterday. I think the Resources Committee and Treasury Department are getting very close. Look, this gets very technical in nature. And so I think Treasury is working on good faith, Resources is working in good faith. They're working to put something together so that when we return from our work period next week, we're hoping to have something more specific to deal with. Again, the goal here is to bring order to the chaos. It is to give oversight board the kind of authority they need to make sure that they get their fiscal house in order, to restructure the debt, and to make sure that taxpayers are not involved in this. Those objectives will be achieved based on what I know where these negotiations are going. Yeah, go ahead. Green tie, sorry.
Called Senator Cruz, quote,
Oh, jeez. Okay, no, I meant to pick on you instead. Sorry.
Lucifer in the flesh. I have Democrat friends and Republican friends.
There are children here. Watch what you say next. Yeah.
With almost everyone, but I have never worked with a more miserable son.
I heard about it.
Characterize your relationship with Senator Cruz.
I have a much better relationship than that with Senator Cruz. Look, my job is to help unify our party, is to take all pieces of the conservative movement and the Republican Party and help stitch them together, especially after a primary. I have a very good relationship with both of these men, and I'm going to keep it that way.
To Jennifer's question at the beginning about not only the president's legacy, but things you can get done. You said that you're a supporter of criminal justice reform in principle. I know the committees are working on it. The Senate's making some announcements
Yeah.
today. Can you put that, though, in the context of things you can get done? Do you have confidence with the clock ticking this summer, with the conference ahead of you, that might actually get to the president's desk?
I am hopeful. I'm actually hopeful because the Senate has made some progress. Judiciary got a little focused for the moment on opioid. When Judiciary is done with that, they're going to go back to, they've got, I believe, don't quote me to this, I think they got 2 more bills they want to get out of committee. So then we have a package to bring to the floor. So we've got 4 already out of committee. So I am hopeful. We are on a good path. The Committee of Jurisdiction got sidetracked for a good reason, for a good cause, and they're going to get back on top of this. And then I don't have a specific timeline because I want to get it done. And so I think because of the progress made in the other body, and because of the fact that 4 of our bills are out, we got 2 more we want to get done. We're on track for doing that. I'm optimistic and hopeful.
And you're seeing enough commonality between what your committee's doing?
I can't speak to that because I don't know exactly what the Senate agreed on, but that's what conference committees are about. So again, regular order is my mainstay. And if they pass something fantastic, we'll bring bills to the floor, which I believe will pass. And then we'll go to a conference committee. And I want to have more conferences. I want members to go on conference committees so members understand how to negotiate, how to compromise, how to be legislators. And this is a process I want to see in all the big issues, this among them. And I feel like we have a very good path and chance of doing that.
Mr. Speaker, on NDAA yesterday at the markup, an amendment passed that would require women to register for the draft for the first time. What's your view of that question, and do you have any qualms about bringing NDAA to the floor with that provision?
No, we'll bring NDAA. We have to bring NDAA floor. Not doing NDAA is not an option. I share Chairman Thornberry's view of this, which is we need to take a comprehensive look at the entire selective service process. And we shouldn't just deal with one issue at a time. So I think Mac's mindset is the right one, which is look at the entire selective service process and deal with that in a comprehensive way. Wong.
First of all, thanks for having both me and my 3-year-old daughter here today.
What's her name?
What's your name? Olivia.
Olivia. Hey, Olivia.
2 of your GOP chairmen, Bill Schuster and Jeff Miller, today endorsed Donald Trump. A third Republican, Mike Kelly, said publicly that he voted for Donald Trump in the primary this week. Is that a sign that the GOP establishment has started to accept that Donald Trump will be the nominee this summer?
Oh, you think I'm going to comment on this? Sorry, Olivia, I'm just joking with your dad. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. Within every joke, there's a little grain of truth. Look, the process is going to play itself out. I'm neutral in this process. Our members are free to do what they want to do. And so our members are free to endorse or not to endorse however they want to. This will play itself out. Either a candidate will get the 1237 before Cleveland, or the delegates, through whatever round of voting, will pick the nominee. My job is to just make sure that it is done smoothly and by the rules, and I'm sticking to that.
Last question. To follow up on that,
Oh, gee. Oh, I thought you were following up on the other question. Oh, okay.
But Trump has made comments to the effect that if he doesn't hit 1237, but he's 100 or 200 votes high, it would be unfair. It would be
Rules are rules. We're going to follow the rules, and I'll just leave it at that.
Could you say anything on how the rules address that particular
The delegates, the rules committee decides the rules. I mean, I think you all know how this works. And our job is to make sure that the rules are followed to the T in a very transparent way, that it's fair, and following rules is the fair thing to do. So we'll see what happens. I honestly have no idea what's going to happen. I really don't. I think that's it, right? Right? Picks, right?